Hey guys, Burden here. So today I wanted to show you some gameplay footage of the Mesmer build, the Shatter build that I showed you guys a while ago. I know I said I was going to get to the gameplay footage and it's been a little while, so here it is. I just want to give you some tips and tricks on playing this build and show you how I do it. So anyway, I also want to talk about the future of this channel a little later and the plans I have coming up for Guild Wars 2. So anyway, you can see right there they were trying to stomp my teammate, and I was able to use my number 5 on my greatsword, and that pushes them back. So it gave me just enough time to res my teammate and make this a 2-on-3 instead of a 1-on-3. I did waste a blurred frenzy there. I actually thought I was in my greatsword. But as you can see, all that big burst damage, that comes from my shatter. So I was able to run up and use my shatter on that guy. And it does a lot of good AoE damage. I actually took out 2 guys with my shatter, but unfortunately one of them was able to get back up because he got rezzed by his teammate. Right here you will notice that Elementalist downstate finally got fixed. So when he goes into mistform, when he comes back out, he isn't fully healed. So right now, all I have to do is take this guy out before I go down. And luckily my teammate came out and gave me a little hand. So it was a 2-on-3, now it's a 2-on-1, and we're holding on to this point. So we're going to be able to take this guy out and hold this point for our team.
You've lost the dock.
Okay, for this next part, I wanted to show you how to execute a good shatter on somebody using your sword pistol combo. Anyway, you can see there I use my number 2 and 4 on my greatsword, and then I use my 5 to knock him out of the point. Right here I send out my Phantasmal Duelist, which is my number 4. He does knock me down, so I use my 5 as my stun. I use my 3, and I quickly swap positions with my clone, then I use my Blurred Frenzy, which is my number 2, and Shatter as I'm doing that. And you can see that he stands absolutely no chance when I get him immobilized and use my Shatter as well. So it is really, I wouldn't say it's really hard, but it can be easily evaded to make a perfect Shatter combo like that. But once you do, the burst is pretty insane and there's not really much the enemy can do about it. So it does take a little bit of practice, but just remember you want to get your Phantasmal Duelist out, which is your number 4 on your pistol. Stun a person with your number 5, and then what your number 3 does is it sends out a clone to your target, then you can swap positions and immobilize him, and then use your Blurred Frenzy and Shatter. So but that's basic. That's the basic chain of attacks that I use to get off the perfect Shatter. So anyway, here on this point in Clock Tower, fighting a couple thieves. Even though I am a very bursty glass cannon kind of build, I usually don't have too many problems with thieves. I'm usually able to out DPS them. I remember through our traits that we become an illusion as well. So whenever we use a shatter, some sort of shatter, we use that shatter as well. It applies to us as well. So using the distortion shatter or any of the more defensive shatters against a thief, I really like to use. One thing I wanted to point out in case you don't really know, I'm not sure if you're new or not, but if you are new to Guild Wars 2 PvP, when a thief goes in a down state, the first skill that he uses, he teleports away and goes into stealth. But the second time he goes into stealth, you should know that the second time he goes into stealth that he stays in the same spot. Like, you'll see right here, I go to stomp him, and he goes into stealth, but he's exactly right where he was, so I could just sit here and spam abilities, and I'll be hitting him. I don't know if it works with the Mesmer's auto attack with the greatsword, but for any sword that's just attacking the area right in front of you, just stay right there and spam, spam your attacks on him, because he is going to be there. He can't move after his second stealth. So anyway, this is a great. This is a great little image to show, or a little clip to show you how positioning can be very important. There I use my number 5 greatsword to knock this warrior out of the point, and you can see right there where I really love having blink in this build because the warrior charged me and tried to use his 100 blades on me. All I had to do is blink out of it because it is a stun breaker, and it pretty much renders his 100 blades useless. And with the 100 blades warrior, they really need to get that off to be viable, for their damage to be viable. You'll see here it happens again. I did let him hit me once or twice. I was a little slow on the reaction, but you can see how it works. So I just let my clones basically finish him off while I take down this trap. So as I was playing this match, I was actually thinking about some new ideas for this channel. I did want to do certain how to beat certain builds, and I was really thinking about this while I was doing this build because the 100 Blades Warrior kept missing me. So I was thinking I could do like how to beat a 100 Blades Warrior, and I could do it with different classes, or just show you the mechanics of a 100 Blades Warrior and the things you need to watch out for. So that's something I'm thinking about. Another thing I'm thinking about for the future of this channel, one thing I'm really looking forward to is spectator mode for PvP, because I wanted to try my hands at doing some live commentating on some Guild Wars 2 PvP. Look right there, you can see I use my number 5 to knock the guy out of the point again. Just make sure you're being smart with your number 5. Also, that guy was in Earth. He's an Elementalist, so he was in Earth, the Earth attunement, which applies a lot of bleeds. So I put down my AoE condition removal on that point, and he just kind of ran away because he knew he couldn't do anything. So after we captured the point, we were able to catch up with this guy and kill him anyway. So like I was saying, I'm pretty excited for spectator mode to come out. I'm not sure exactly when, but I did want to try my hands at commentating on some Guild Wars 2 PvP, and I think that would be a good, some good content I could put out on this channel for you guys. So anyway, let me know if what you think, if those are some content ideas that you guys would like to see on this channel. I really do want to do some live commentating for Guild Wars 2 PvP, so if that's something you'd be interested in, I could give you some insight on the PvP and kind of what they're doing and what you can learn from it. So that's the one thing, that's probably my main goal with this channel, is to try to teach you guys some things, especially for the newer players who haven't really played much MMO PvP, that they can kind of learn from that. So leave your questions and comments in the comment section below and let me know what you think, and I'll try to get back to you. Make sure you subscribe to our channel for more Guild Wars 2 content, and check out our website at addictgaming.com and check out our content over there. This has been Burden from addictgaming.com, and remember, video game addiction is a good thing, so keep on gaming.